Good morning. Today we're going to be discussing, as we mentioned the other day, the Chacham Tzvi. The Chacham Tzvi starts off that he was in doubt whether someone that was created from Sefer Yitzira can be counted for a minyan. He brings the Gemara in Sanhedrin, which says the story of Rabbah made a golem and he sent it to Reb Zera, and he brings also that they said testimony on they testified on his grandfather, the Rav Nichelm, who also made a golem. So first he wants to say that someone who is made through Sefer Yitzira is possibly considered a person, being that it says maybe he's not counted, being that it says and I'm going to become sanctified amongst the Yidden, amongst the Jews. So therefore, if he's not born from a mother and father, then he's not considered a person. He can't be counted for a minyan. Then he goes on to say, brings from another place in Sanhedrin, Yotesam and Beis, where it says that someone who adopts a orphan, someone who brings up an orphan, is considered as if he gave birth to him. So the same thing over here, as Rashi brings from Medrash and told us that the actions of tzaddikim are their offspring. So therefore, this person that was created from Sefer Yitzira is Ma'aseh tzaddikim, is the actions of tzaddikim. So therefore, it's the handiwork of tzaddikim. So therefore, they could be counted for a minyan. Then he goes on to say that the Gemara continues over there in Sanhedrin, that Reb Zera asked this person, he started speaking to him and the guy didn't answer. So he said, you were made by one of my colleagues. So the guy didn't answer because someone that's made from Sefer Yitzira doesn't have the faculty of speech. So he told him, Tuv Lafar, go back to where you came from. Go back to the dust. So straight off the bat is that Reb Zera killed him. But then he says that you can't really say that Reb Zera killed him because such a person is not really considered a person. And then that's from a different place in the Gemara and Sanhedrin. That's from Nun Zayin Amud Beis, where the Gemara says that what is considered a person regarding to the Shavim Mitzvah Ben Noach, regarding Hereg, regarding a non-Jew murdering someone, do they have, with testimony, do they have the liability of capital punishment in Bezdin? So we bring different sukkim to prove different things that the Gemara brings down. One of them is also that someone is regarding a fetus. And the proof that the Gemara brings is that it says in Bereshis, Shoifech dam ha'adam ba'adam, that someone who spills the blood of a person in a person. What does it mean, blood in a person in a person, the Gemara says? So the Gemara answers that is Ubri b'me'ima, is the fetus in the mother's womb. So such a person that is created from Sefer Yitzira is not created from a mother, obviously. So therefore, it's not considered a person. So therefore, we can't say that Reb Zera transgressed murder. And if there would have been if this person created from Sefer Yitzira would have this being, this thing, this item created from Sefer Yitzira would have been beneficial for the public, then Reb Zera obviously would have not gotten rid of it. So basically, it comes out is that at the end of the day, you can't really. He finishes off. You can't connect him. You can't count him for a minyan or anything that needs 10 people, like a wedding, a bris, etc. So we have so far from the Chacham Tzvi. First, he brings that possibly he can't be counted, being that it says Mekdash B'Sech B'nei Yisrael, that I'm going to be. That Hashem, God, is going to be sanctified amongst the Jewish people. So it says Bnei Yisrael, the sons of Israel, so being that it's the sons of Israel, literal translation. So therefore, it's a person created from a mother and father. If it's not created from a mother and father, then it can't be counted. But then he says that that being that it's the actions of tzaddikim, and he's taking care of this other person that's not really his, like the Gemara says that someone who takes care of an orphan, brings up an orphan as if he gave birth to him. So even though this person is not really his, quote unquote, and it's the actions of tzaddikim being that they use Sefer Yitzira, so there's a place to reason that it is considered a person, and you could count him. But and then he brings that Reb Zera when he told the Goylam that Rabbah made to go back to the earth, that he didn't transgress murder because he's not considered a person based off the Gemara and Sanhedrin, Testament Bays, Shevach Dam Adam Ba'adam, he's not really considered a actual person. But he finishes off at the end of the day that so it comes out that he can't be mistarif because he's not really a true existence. But even before that, what we have now, even though the Chacham Tzvi negates what he says at the end of the day, and he says you can't count him, but still being that he brings as a reason, possibly it could be, it's still a reason to say that maybe he holds out his mitzvahs tzaddikim. We're going to see Bezras Hashem tomorrow or Sunday, Monday, that the Rogatchover reasons totally different, like we mentioned in the introduction. The Rogatchover wants to say that, no, the Rogatchover wants to say that it's Maisa Kodesh Baruch Hu, as we'll see from Rashi and Samach Zayin and Mud Beis, of the story of Rebbe Chanina and Rebbe Ishia, that they made a cow every Erev Shabbos, and it was this Maisa Kodesh Baruch Hu. So it's not the Gemara over there speaking about that a person is not allowed to do magic, witchcraft, and the Gemara basically brings the story to basically say that the using Sefer Yitzira is not considered witchcraft, which is brought down in Shulchan Aruch, that those tzaddikim that used kemeis and other things to heal people is not considered witchcraft or the like. We will continue. See you on the next one.